and third one Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. ICICI Foundation has signed these MOUs and made a commitment to make available 1200 crores of rupees for these three places. We have committed to make available 460 crores for Navi Mumbai, 350 crores for Mullanpur, and 390 crores for Visakhapatnam. As I made clear in the morning also, civil construction and equipment, these two things would be done out of this money. We have approximately, in fact, as we go along, we expect to have more and more, and you all wish for us that we have more money for CSR, means we have to make more profit, so that we are able to spare more money for such activities. But approximately 500 crores currently under our CSR funds, and we hope that roughly over a period of 4 years we would have 2,500 crores, and that's what I was referring, that basically we are committing 50% of our CSR funds for these three projects, which is a sizable commitment, and we hope that the full benefits of these projects would start coming to the society from 2027 onwards. Dr. Badwe told you in great detail. You can have more details from him. And how is it all going to function after the setting up of blocks and thereafter? What kind of things are to be done basically there in these three places? From our side, we would be there making available this money as well as working with TMC for setting up of these new blocks at these three places, and seeing that up to that stage it goes off successfully. Basically, not telling more details about foundation, you all must be knowing that normally the under this corporate social responsibility, all kinds of works are undertaken, but they are in smaller projects. They may be spread over a longer period of time at some places, like when we go in for watershed management, etc. Our association lasts for a number of years, but here it is all concentrated for a very, very specific cause, which, as I was speaking with Dr. Bal in the morning, Dr. Bal in the morning, that this is going to go up over a period of time with the urbanization. So naturally, we would require more and more such facilities in different parts of the country, and this is a step towards trying to bring our helping hand in resolving the problem which we are foreseeing is going to go up in times to come. Roughly 25,000 new patients a year would be catered from these three places. About the number, etc., Dr. Badwe will give you more details, that what is the scenario which he is foreseeing for oncology patients in times to come, and what is the percentage we would be able to help out. Even with this initiative, what is the scope which is yet to remain uncovered. So those are the things which would remain, but This is a big step in the direction that currently, as against 1,20,000 patients, which this center is helping out every year, we would be able to help approximately 25% more through these establishments. No doubt other concomitant things also have to be provided. They would also come up in due course of time, because cancer patients simply do not require radiation therapy alone. They require much more in that sense. They have to come from far away distance, they have to stay there continuously, they require so many other things. So this is a kind of a holistic thing which he has in his mind, that those things are being done here, those things have to be done there too. We deliberated quite a lot in our corporate social responsibility committee as well as the board, and we felt that yes, this is one such action which will give us a long-standing leg into the area of healthcare, and it is required and requires huge amount. So naturally, we have to come here in a big way to put up these facilities. That's how we have gone in for it, and as we have all wished in the morning, hope that it all happens according to the schedule and people are able to get benefit out of it at the end of that, say 2027. That's all. If you, Dr. you may like to say a few.
Yes, thank you so very much.
A rising problem, and we need to brace ourselves to face it. The way I see it is that 100 cancers every 1 lakh population in cities, about 60-70 in mid-sized towns, and 40-45 in rural India. As every rural pocket, about 10% gets semi-urban every decade, and a semi-urban area becomes urban every decade, this transition itself is going to increase the numbers, and we should brace ourselves to face these increased numbers in cancer. Towards that, we had suggested a plan for India to the Parliamentary Standing Committee, wherein approximately 15 to 20 million individuals should have a hub, and up to 50 million individuals should have a hub wherein all cancers, common as well as uncommon cancers, are treated, and approximately every 15 million population should have a spoke wherein the common cancers only will be treated. So uncommon cancers need referral. What is being provided here is that within a hub we need multiple radiotherapy units, so that somebody who is advised radiotherapy gets it within 1 month of the treatment being advised. The treatment itself lasts for about, in some individuals up to about a week, in some individuals up to about a month. So that activity happening within the stipulated time, so that the efficacy parameter of the treatment is sustained. And for that, we cannot have multiple machines or small number of machines at multiple places, which has two other problems. One is sustained electricity. Without that, the machine cannot work. And the second bit is, unless there is a backup, these machines will not work 24/7. So if they are concentrated in one area, the way it is planned for New Bombay, we will have the state-of-art proton machine, the state-of-art photon and electron machine, all of them looking after the needs of the patient. And we are also working on protocols wherein within short duration the radiotherapy gets over, so that people don't have to stay away from home for too long. Towards that, this facility intends to reduce the waiting from present of 2 to 3 months to about 2 to 3 weeks. That's what will be achieved. And what we have planned is that while 2 to 3 years will be required for the infrastructure, the civil work, the equipment, and all that to be ready, we have already looked at getting the human resource, so that needs training sometimes for 1 year, sometimes for 2, and in some of them up to 3 years of training, so that there is finally a convergence towards creating infrastructure and producing human resource, and we are able to man every instrument that we make functional at ACTREC as well as at the other 2 centers. The other 2 centers are slightly different than the hub that we are creating in with the CSR at New Bombay, and these other 2 centers will focus on to leukemia, lymphoma, and childhood cancer treatment. These are uncommon cancers. These are not very common cancers, but they are lethal cancers unless treated appropriately. When treated appropriately, the cure rates exceed 80%. Imagine somebody treated at 3, 4, 5 years, living for next 60 years, contributing to society. That's one of the finest things that can happen. And a child unwell at home has a major impact on the whole family. The whole family structure collapses if something goes wrong there. So the purpose was that no parent should ever shed a tear for looking after the patients, their children, and if there is a problem, full support, financial, emotional, and treatment-related support is what will be offered by these centers. We have a center like this in New Bombay. There will be a center like this created through the CSR in Punjab for the northern India, another center for the southern India and southeastern region at Vizag, and through PM Divine there is another one happening in northeast. So 4 centers in 4 corners of India would look after all the childhood cancers, that as well as with leukemia, lymphoma. Since some of the leukemia, lymphoma have a very intensive treatment including bone marrow transplant, all that will be part of this facility. Presently, the need in one area, for example, would be anywhere up to about either northeastern region or northern region would be about 250 transplants required every year. The present facilities look after not more than 20 transplants a year. So the gap is huge, and a lot of it will be covered by these facilities. And again, intensive treatment wherein an individual is left without any resistance, needs to be isolated, needs to be looked after without any infection setting in, and once out, they lead a normal life. As mentioned by Mr. Chaturvedi, that we will be adding another about 25 to 30,000 patients by these facilities. Some of them very niche areas with 90% cure rate. That is being given support, that is being given through CSR, and I might take a step further, saying that we might just become greedy and go back again for some more.